You laugh because it's true.
No.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Did you get an email from Ms. Perez? She's not here today.
Which press?
Perez.
No.
I'm getting.
Also.
You got a message from Helen.
Yes, I will be. I'll be holding them so I can give them the kids and then.
Johnson, nobody picked up on her.
As well, just to be in there, observe, because I'm sure I'll have to run downstairs and say something. Make sure kids are.
She can call me if she says.
So, yeah, I'll be.
She can get.
Well, it's just been.
Good morning.
She's still ready. So she emailed at 7:30.
That's right.
Somebody, that's her stuff. Yep, so.
What's up with school? Okay, but I. Good morning.
Mr. Keys right here. What do I need to do?
Holy.
Okay. How do we do that for testing? That would be my only question.
see if you-
Yeah.
You know what I can tell you?
I mean, like, I can see.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But
I also have
First
this
hour,
for
right?
hearing.
It's the first hour, but why don't we, is there someone I can stand for the first
Yeah.
hour? And then do whatever we need, and then I
Yeah.
can test them later.
Let's have Cole Proctor.
I'm gonna be here, so.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Cole has his own group. He,
Who does the passes?
Fletcher, Perez, Toledo.
Perfect one. Can run Helen's class.
I would like mine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good.
That's why I announced it to everybody.
Yeah. So we,
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, I should.
Switch that. There we go.
Great day. I'll trade on mine.
We just give.
You're good.
We're not voting, I think.
Nope, but we're here.
Light turnout.
We've got 11 people online watching. Great time.
We want to kick off? You want to start?
Yeah, let's start.
All right, guys, we're gonna get started. So these meetings are generally pretty light, but listen, today is our last meeting, so it's gonna be extra light and quick. But feel free, we have a lot of refreshments back there, so feel free to treat yourself. Appreciate everybody for being here. So We are going to, good morning. We're gonna call this a meeting to order. So if I can get a motion
Motion.
and then a second. Yeah, I'll be interested. How would you like to? Jonathan's got jury duty.
Good morning.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7.
And we've got
Okay,
light refreshments if you would like.
okay. All right, so we're just over. So we're good. So we can have an official meeting for our last meeting of the year. All right. So you see, as I'm talking about, we have to have just over half of our board members, our committee members, in order to have an official meeting. All right. So, all right. Good morning. So let's just do this. We'll run through the agenda really quick. We've already called this meeting to order, and so Ms. Zupa is going to, our amazing secretary, is going to fly through the minutes from last meeting, and we will motion to approve those once you read through.
Good morning, everybody. So our last meeting was all about budget. We covered budget and how we were moving forward with our budget next year with allocation positions and funding, all the good stuff. We also talked about testing, which is happening right now, and we are in the thick of it and almost done. So we're doing really well with that. We also had Ms. Ricky and Ms. Torres share their SAC grants and how they use those SAC grants that were awarded to them in the classroom. And we also had Ms. Ricky and Ms. Viago put in a SAC grant proposal for some equipment for the kickball field that came in. So we're excited to see that all play out. And then our community events for PCA, we have that.
All right. Everybody feel good about that? So I'll motion to approve. If we can get a second and a second. All right. So we're going to move forward with the minutes. Great job. All right. So I'm just going to fly through. I don't have much. Again, today is about celebration. I know that we have a couple SAC grant updates, but again, today is just about kind of year-end wrap-up, and thankful for everybody who took part in the school advisory council this year. So, just so everybody knows, as we move into the upcoming school year, this is always a challenging time of year, no matter what school it is. And Endeavor has always been historically a place where there's not a lot of turnover from the staff. So just so you know, there are going to be a few people who are leaving this year. We do have a retirement this year. So that's not really my business to share right now. And if those individuals share that information, that's up to them. But obviously it'll become very apparent. I'm meeting with teachers today through their PLCs, and we're going to talk about class lists for next year. We did get a number of teacher requests from parents, not as many as last year. Again, too, I'm not gonna go into great detail about that process. I'll just say that if you're interested in requesting a class for your kiddo for next year, that you do so in a hurry, because next Wednesday will be the last day that we'll be taking parent requests. Okay. Also, it's not a guarantee. We do our best to make it work, but obviously our goal is to make sure that the class dynamic based on multiple criteria is that the class is best set up for success. Okay. So one other thing I want to talk about really quick was, the importance of this group, right? This group of School Advisory Council. And I believe wholeheartedly in everything I believe in, that we will be an A school next year, and that our school will be going through the school recognition funds process, or some of you call it the A+ money, right? So when a school achieves a letter grade of an A, or grows a letter grade from one letter grade to the next, they have an opportunity. The school itself receives like a big lump sum of money, right? And then the teachers, all right, in a couple different ways, are responsible for deciding how that money is disseminated, right? How that money is shared out, right? So this committee, along with a faculty committee, is so important in the decision making and the steering of that process. So you guys have kind of got an understanding of what the climate of these meetings are and the purpose of the meeting. So next year, when your kiddo brings home that little ballot that has a list of, just a bunch of list of parent names on there, self-nominate or nominate your friend, and then we have a quick, like, very casual election, but it's a super important process. And, we talked about some awesome stuff this year. I can't give Ms. Torres enough praise for the leadership that she's provided through the committee chair. But man, we've done a lot of work. We've got a lot of stuff done. I think that one of our, crowning achievements is the SAC grants, right? Where we're using this money that all too often gets hidden kind of in the budget, not on purpose, but it just falls to the wayside. But we're using this money. I mean, we've seen some awesome stuff, from the things that Miss Ricky's doing in her class with our classroom transformation, to the ESE department, the things that Ms. Torres is doing, special areas, Coach Brandt. So just super proud of the work that we've done as a group this year. And man, it's just been a really cool process. I feel like we've been very productive. So, and I'm looking forward to next year. It's going to be awesome. We have a very busy summer. We have summer school coming up, where we have a camp for our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, and some of our ESE kiddos. And so it promises to be a very busy June, and then hopefully a quiet July as we get ready for August. So I'm going to stick around here for questions, but that's really all I have. Again, today is all about celebration and us just showing our thankfulness to our gratitude for the committee. So that's all I got. Anybody have any questions for me right now? Okay. All right, cool.
So continuing along with the agenda, we are going to have some presentations from our SAC grant recipients today. We do have the ESE team here, Miss Mann and Miss Quadrato from the Media Center. We've got 5th grade here and myself to present. So we know that they have meetings coming up. So we're going to kick it off with our ESE team and their presentation, which we have a video to kick it off with.
I got it right here first.
We're gonna pause that. It's a little hard to see a sensory room with the lights on. There we go.
Good job.
And that video is great, but it's still like just not give justice. Like it's amazing. And so I'll tell anybody, the parents who are like a tour, I'm gonna volunteer one of our peeps here to give you a quick tour, because I mean that video is great, but it's way cooler than even it shows in that video.
So as you can see in the beginning of the video, that's kind of what we started with. And then with the grant, I kind of showed the whole room because we did purchase some lighting, some light covers, chalk markers that we used to decorate, and we did this with grandma. And then at the end of the video, you can see what our new ball pit is. So we ended up buying like a plastic pool, and tons of balls, and it's about as big as the room, but not quite, like they have rooms to come in and out. And it's perfect size for our kids. Yeah, we let them two at a time, and it's also easy to clean, because it's, once we get the balls out, it's very light. So we originally wanted to go for like a real ball pit, but it turned out to be better that way, just for sanitary reasons also. Yeah, it does, and it since it has, like, you can blow up, it already has like the bumpers,
Yeah.
so the kids don't like get hurt or anything, so it's really great, and I think it's like the main attraction of the movie. They love it. And they're already into the habit of like going in, taking off the shoes, they know their rules, so it's great, like we have a routine, getting them in, getting them out, it's easy, so I mean, I think they've benefited highly from this room.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, ESE team. And now we're gonna move on to Miss Mann and Miss Quadrado, perfect timing, for chatting about their $150 SAC grant that was used to purchase a webcam, microphone, cables, and tripod stand, which we are currently using right now, able to live stream all of our SAC meetings for everybody to be in attendance virtually. So we are very excited to have Miss Mann and Miss Quadrado here.
Okay, so we've had several author visits from authors of Sunshine State Books. They were virtual events, and we were able to use the camera and the microphone to showcase our school. If anybody had questions, the kids had questions. Sometimes they could unmute and ask the questions, so it was really helpful. We have seen an increase in AR points. So just to give you a little bit of background, last year we had 12,000 AR points, and the school already has 26,000 this year. And I believe, we're really excited. So I think this really helped contribute to the points, but not just the points, but reading of the Sunshine State books. We had in-house voting. And this was actually voted number one by the kids. And I believe it's really due to the fact that the author was able to come and speak. And she was amazing and could really relate to the kids. She talked about how she has ADHD and how her brain works differently than other people. And it was just awesome to hear her connect. And I know, sometimes kids, they feel different. They're different from their peers, or they realize there's something that's that they learn differently than others. And so I just think that was great that she shared that. And then she donated 20 books.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, really, this thing has already paid for itself. It's 20 books. That's really expensive. So we were really excited about that. Do you have anything else?
No, just thank you for the opportunity to have the equipment. And then I hope next year we can connect more outdoor and have the experience for the kids.
Yeah, we're really hoping for more authors for next year. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
It's my turn. Thank you all so much for the SAC grant. This is the second grant that I was offered this year, and the $150 was used to purchase more tone bar kits for our younger Navigator students in the music room, as well as an extra large cooperative stretchy band that we were able to use in the classroom. And it's been such a huge help. The tone bars were used at our ESE enrichment concert on Monday, where every student was able to have their own personal pitched instrument on stage to use to bring a story to life. And that is the picture on the left of the screen. And on the right of the screen is an entire kindergarten class, all able to have one-on-one instruments accessible for them to use to achieve all of our different music standards that I have listed up there. So now we have a full class size that our students can continue to use and grow from for our primary grades. So I'm very excited for that. And then we have our stretchy band, which was super fun to use in the classroom. The students had a fun time being able to cooperate with one another because they are all connected, and they were able to showcase the steady beat, listening to the music, whether to bring it up, down, side, in, out. And of course, their favorite part was being able to take the stretchy band, lean all the way back on their backs, and then on the count of 3, they all let go, and it snapped into the middle. And there was a lot of contagious giggles, a lot of fun that the students really enjoy. So thank you all so much. And this is something that I can continue using in the future, not just with our younger students, but now with our older students. I could start doing elements of music with them, utilizing the stretchy band, demonstrating the form of a song, utilizing that band, and also just cooperative learning with the class. So thank you all so much for that. And one more. We've got a thank you from Mr. Diago and Miss Ricky for their $150 grant to purchase kickball bases.
So thank you so much for that. It's been really great to have bases and to have them be able to play with more integrity, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, it's difficult, otherwise you can't really tell where the bases are.
Right. So there's just some pictures of them enjoying and the camaraderie and just being able to strengthen socially so that they can grow academically. So it helps with our school goals for SEL, and then it helps with just them getting along and helping our school.
It's a good community builder too. I mean, kids from different classes interact a lot through that sort of activity, and it pays off later on. Like they're happier to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We have recess with 4th grade, so they've been using it as well, and some of them are eager to get into our classes just so that they can play football. If you mentioned that to me, have you had them?
I have heard it.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you.
And just continuing along, first off, thank you everybody and the SAC committee for coming together for us to provide this opportunity for our teachers. As Mr. Nappins did say earlier, there were quite a few teachers that were able to benefit from this grant, and we're really excited for what else we can do next year. Continuing along with the agenda, we do have our community involvement and school-wide events. And the big one, state testing is done. All we have left are our local tests, the common final exams for special areas in health. So those are taking place within our 5th grade classrooms in the mornings. As Ms. Quadrado and Ms. Mann mentioned, they did meet one of our Sunshine State authors, which was a great opportunity for the students, as you saw in the photographs where they presented, where all grade levels got to come in and chat with the author. So it was an amazing experience for them. Our book club has continued to meet monthly to chat about the Sunshine State books that they had read for 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. They were meeting twice a month, where our staff was giving them a light breakfast. They had a great time, and it really got to show and instill a passion for reading, which we're really excited to keep on pushing for.
And the numbers have increased greatly from last year. I mean, we have like a couple of kids sometimes, like maybe 5 moms. And this year, I think the last one I did, we had like 20 in grade.
So that's been a great opportunity for our students that's been taking place throughout the year. There was a district-wide chess tournament that our chess club was able to participate in. Thank you to our sponsors, Mr. Diago, Miss Ricky, and Mr. Mike Windegander, who was able to take our 5 navigators to which school again?
Yes.
Sunridge Middle and Elementary.
So they did a fantastic job competing, representing our navigators at a district level. And it's really nice seeing how students are very encouraged and they want to play chess. They want to engage their minds and really just grow and learn from one another. Seeing students interact with each other in the different classrooms as that takes place has been amazing to witness. We had our ESE music concert on Monday, which was an amazing experience for the students during their spring concert. which can be found on the Endeavor YouTube page if anybody wants to check that out and just having a good time. Which brings us to what's next, because even though there is one more week of school ending next Wednesday, we are still very busy moving on. Grade level classroom awards have been taking place in the afternoons this week and will continue into next week. Fifth grade is continuing to take their end of course exams, with PE taking place yesterday, art taking place today. The music test will be tomorrow, and we will conclude with health on Friday. There is a ukulele club concert tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. here at school. There's the AR ice cream celebration party taking place on Monday, May 23rd. The annual fifth grade party is taking place May 24th, next Tuesday. And we continue into the very last day of school with the fifth grade walkout, where the fifth graders will walk through the doors, out the doors of Endeavor Elementary one last time with their peers cheering them on, going out into the hallways, going down the staircase, being up front, cheering them on, leading them out as they chart their course to excellence. With a ceremony taking place at 10 a.m. at Cypress Creek High School. And the last day of school is next Wednesday, May 25th. School is getting out at 2 p.m. because it's Wednesday. It's early day. Despite Mr. Knappin's all-call yesterday, it's 2 p.m., not 2:30. So we are excited for our navigators. They are pushing through. They are still having rigorous instruction in the classroom, but they are also having fun with their teachers in the classroom, making memories, having a good time before they move on up. And then, of course, summer school taking place this summer, and we'll be back rocking and rolling in August. Very busy. Any questions, comments, celebrations they want to call out?
Yeah, hey, one thing, so, yesterday in the Connected, I cannot believe I said 2:30, but, I blame Miss Toledo, she read it, all right? So, she's not here to defend herself here, so listen, device fines, that was a big one that went out yesterday too, and it may not impact anybody in here specifically, but you may know someone who will have a conversation with you about it. So, as devices are being collected, they're being inspected, right? Physical damage or like internal damage. And we as a school are expected from the district, right, to issue fines, right, if devices are damaged or broken. And we know this because the students took responsibility of those devices at the start of the school year, and that was their responsibility, right? So some of them, you know, kids have flipped off the keys. There are, like, the screens are cracked because they dropped it, or their brother or sister cracked it, or someone in their class maybe did so. But the responsibility falls on the child, but it's the first fine. If you haven't received the fine, it's $50. Now, this is not something that, it's not a price that the school sets, right? This is an amount that the district sets, and it's a scale. Like, the first fine is $100 or $50, and the second one is 100 or 100. I can't remember. 150. Yes. I mean, here's the challenge, right? The district's making a huge push on this right now, is because as of like halfway through the school year, there were like $4 million worth of device damages throughout the district that had not been issued, right? So like the district's receiving these broken devices, but the school's not recognizing it. It sounds like a huge number, and listen, $4 million is a lot of money, but you got to remember too, the district has, you know, 250,000 devices because of, you know, we have 220,000 students in our district, so ish. All right. So if people have questions, I encourage them to call and ask. But again, too, this is something that I just want everybody to know about. So that's all I got. Yes.
I have a question in regards to the fifth grade walkout. Are parents allowed to?
Historically, if parents come to the walkout. So no. So what happens is
The parents are at the
ceremony waiting.
Okay, you don't want to come here because then you won't hear this again. Well, we usually record it or stream it, you'll be able to see it.
So last year we didn't have a traditional walkout, so this is my first like actual walkout as we're heading outside for the promotion ceremony at Separate Creek High School, so. Okay? All right, good question. Any other questions? Comments, concerns? All right, guys, well, listen, I'm gonna call this meeting to close.
I motion,
Oh, yeah.
motion.
I got a motion, I'm sorry, and then I'll second, and we're gonna adjourn, and thank you for being here, and thank you for an amazing year.
Yay!
All right, let's go.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, no good. Let's just make sure.
Tuesday is a graduation, so I feel bad being out.